खत्म, बाय बाय, टाटा, गुड बाय, गया।
Don't interrupt me constantly. In fact, I'm going to praise you. जैसे मंदिर का पुजारी भी अपने उस घंटे को ब्रासों से चमकाता है बजाने से पहले, तो मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि आई रियली एडमायर योर कॉन्फिडेंस। जिस कॉन्फिडेंस से आप झूठ बोलते हो और हिपोक्रिटिकल बातें करते हो, आई रियली एडमायर इट। मतलब आपके चरण कहां हैं प्रभु?
खत्म, बाय बाय, टाटा, गुड बाय, गया।
Good evening, Navika. You must understand that these protesters, they don't want reforms. They want revolution, and they want it to be televised. Fed on sepia-tinted notions that equality and prosperity can be brought about only by socialism, theirs is a heady mix of pride in their ignorance, abject ignorance of human history, and adherence to social Darwinism, which in itself is a mottled concept that misreads evolutionary adaptation for its nefarious means, predisposing in its proponents the rationalizing of suffering and the concept of the greater good. So it allows them to bring out sacrificial lambs and then herald them as martyrs, just like the 2 infants who died braving the bitter cold in Shaheen Bagh, just like the 67 old and infirm farmers who have died braving the bitter cold in these illegal blockades. They did not die. You murdered them for your gains, for this mythical greater good. Otherwise, tell me, which farmer in his right mind would object to deciding the price of his produce, given that faulty government MSP valuation has cost him a loss of 45 lakh crores in the last 15 years? Which farmer would object to sustain production and top quality godown set up to store his produce, as the government can no longer jail the godown owners on account of whimsical ECA declarations of hoarding? Which farmer would object to private companies rushing in to sign a contract with him? But these are questions only for the logical minded, Navika, not for those whose aim is to give a man a fish, not teach him how to fish. Dhanda hai ye socialism, dhanda. It is that sun that blinds you if you look at it directly, and so you don't. You only see it during the eclipse when it is too late. You wanted a free lunch and so you ran towards that mirage, and now you're all around. What you see is sand. Navika, please give me 20 seconds. I hope these tragic events have opened the eyes of the most powerful man in India. No, not Mr. Kovind, not Mr. Modi, but Mr. Bodbe. He is the one who said he trusts Mr. Bhushan and the protest leaders. He is the one who stayed these reforms stamped by Mr. Modi and Mr. Kovind. He is the one who allowed these illegal blockades to go on. Chief Justice Bodbe, you are deciding the future without consulting the past. 90% of farmers who want these reforms are looking up to you.
खत्म, बाय बाय, टाटा, गुड बाय, गया।
Your turn to embarrass yourself will come.
How many?
Ravi, come on, let Anand
speak.
Anand, continue. I want to address to you. This guy is just one of the most uncouth people I've seen. Please, sir, please be quiet. Your turn to embarrass yourself will come. Let me finish. Last 30 seconds. Arnab, I have a sincere request to you. Please don't call these mediocre people elite. They are not. Elite in science is a good word. It is someone to be inspired by. It is a professional, meritocrat, wonderful person. You know, these people are entitled. They are not elite. If having power or money qualifies you as an elite, then Dawood Ibrahim is also elite. Would you call him elite? No. Ambedkar was elite. Sardar Patel was elite. Gobind Singh Khurana was elite. You learn something from them. These people are entitled little
खत्म, बाय बाय, टाटा, गुड बाय, गया।
You are now quoting those 4 Supreme Court judges. On the other hand, when one of that judge became the Chief Justice and gave the Ram Janambhoomi Ayodhya judgment, you were calling him a sold out BJP stooge. आज उन्हीं की बात याद आ रही है आपको? कभी उनको स्टूज कहते हो? जब जस्टिस लोया को की वो वर्डिक्ट को रद्द कर दिया गया, उसके बाद वही लोग बीजेपी के स्टूज बन गए। आज वही लोग याद आ रहे हैं। आशुतोष, डोंट बी टू टाइमर, प्लीज डोंट डू टू टाइमिंग। ऐसी हिपोक्रेसी ठीक नहीं है भाई। नेशनल टेलीविजन में जेएनयू आ जाओ, कॉफी पियेंगे साथ में, तब जितना हिपोक्रिटिकल होना है हो लेना, लेकिन अपनी पब्लिक को तो ये फेस मत दिखाओ।
खत्म, बाय बाय, टाटा, गुड बाय, गया।
Yes. Can Ashutosh rebut this argument? Is Modi the one who has amended the constitution 100 times? Is Modi the one who has applied Article 356 67 times? Is Modi the one who has ever overturned a Supreme Court judgment? Answer these three questions. These are based on facts, not your conjectures that you bring from.
Quick comment from Dr. Anand Ranganathan before we bring in the politicians. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, how do you see this clarification that has been issued by Mamata Banerjee saying that, look, you know, I find that certain Ram Bhakts, you know, are speaking the language of arrogant radicals. What do you make of this?
Yeah, good evening, Rahul. You know, Didi's temper tantrums define her. And this is just the latest addition to a list that runs longer than the Magna Carta. Jai Shri Ram and Jai Siya Ram has been a traditional greeting for centuries. And that it is now being perceived as one having political undertones is fault of none other than Didi herself. Because this greeting is also now used to tease her in the hope that she will get riled up, and she never disappoints. Remember, it all began when 2 years ago she got down from her car shaking in absolute rage when some villagers greeted her passing convoy with Jai Shri Ram. They weren't even BJP supporters. Didi asked the police at that point of time to arrest them, said they were gundas and criminals and were alive because of her. Unquote. From then on, the die was cast. People of Bengal know what irks her, and chants of Jai Shri Ram ring out wherever she goes. She then wrote a long winding explanation as to her objection to Jai Shri Ram being used to greet her, where while she said that Jai Siya Ram, Jai Ram Ji Ki, Ram Naam Satya Hai, etc. have religious and social connotations, unquote, she was opposed to BJP using them for political ends because she wanted to keep secular character of the country as enshrined in our constitution. Well, Didi, you haven't read the constitution properly, because had you done so, you would have realized that we are plural, not secular, as we leech billions from only Hindu religious institutions, leaving mosques, gurdwara and churches alone. And B, a magnificent drawing of Siya Ram adorns the very leaf of our constitution that talks about freedom of speech. I trust when Didi finds this out, she won't demand that we tear that page out. And I hope she doesn't end up objecting to someone saying they want to bring Ram Rajya to Bengal, or horror of horrors, Rahul, even to the exclamation of Hey Ram, that incidentally are the exact words that escape my mouth whenever I look at her artwork. That looks more like the result of a baby elephant daubed with Derolac doing Zumba on a canvas.
खत्म. Bye bye. Tata. Goodbye. गया.
You know, nations weaken not because of their past, but rather by how they are taught it. For 70 years, we have been taught to forget historical injustices. From Somnath to Kashi Vishwanath, from Babarpur to Bakhtiyarpur, from Allahabad to Aurangabad, these injustices have deliberately been made visible, as though to lionize the debasement, celebrate the humiliation. And the irony is that the same people who have taught us this, drilled this self-loathing in us, these same people want others to fight historical injustice around the world. They condemn barbarians of the West, hitherto worshipped, like the Confederacy generals Rhodes, Churchill, Pizarro, Murray, Colston, Leopold. They celebrate their roads and buildings being renamed, their statues being brought down illegally. But here in India, this same set of chauthi fail muppets eulogize barbarians like Tipu, Aurangzeb, Babar, Khilji. It is a heady mix of hatred for Hinduism and love for jihadism, hatred for India and love for his breakup. Aurangzeb, Rahul, was a Baghdadi 350 years before ISIS. The genocide he perpetrated claimed 4.6 million Hindu lives. He demolished thousands of temples, converted millions of Hindus. He abolished even Navroz. If a picture could speak a million words, it would be that of the Gyanvapi.
खत्म. Bye bye. Tata. Goodbye. गया.
Said that, you know, I haven't done my proper research. Well, you know, I'm a scientist, so research comes as a second nature to me. And you're a lawyer. Now, I'm not saying whether lying comes as a second nature to you, but Rahul himself has covered in 2008, 2012, how there was an almost murderous attack by AIMIM legislators on Taslima Nasreen at a literary festival. She was almost killed. Bricks, umbrellas, and flower vases were thrown at her. And 3 of your legislators, as I said, were arrested for threatening to behead her. This again happened few years later in Aurangabad, where your AIM legislators were waiting at the airport to take care, quote unquote, take care of Taslima Nasreen. Now, as you say, if the court has exonerated them, does that mean that they did not do all these things that we have described in what we saw? Number 2, as far as I have 2 questions for him when he said that, look, I have always stood up even against the UPA. I have always condemned things, atrocities that were to be condemned. I've always stood up for liberty and all. That's a load of complete BS, if I may say so. Can you give me one instance where you have spoken against the trampling of the human rights of lakhs of Dalits? Dalits, you talk of Jai Bhim, Jai Meme. Through Article 370, the persecution of Dalits in Kashmir. There is not one instance where you have spoken. Point number 2, I will give you another instance. In April of 2012, and this is all research, by the way, this is easy research, it's not even scientific research. I don't know why you should be perturbed by it. In April of 2012, the Communist Party held a resolution where they said they demanded citizenship for Bangladeshi minorities. Minorities does not include Bangladeshi Muslims, by the way. You were absolutely silent. In August of 2015, the Congress demanded a resolution.
And in 2003.
And in 2003, that was different. 2015, they demanded through a resolution, they demanded citizenship for Bangladeshi minorities.
Manmohan Singh said that in the parliament. Yeah.
Manmohan Singh said, but what I'm saying is, when it suits you, you are absolutely silent. They do not include lakhs of Dalits, lakhs of Valmikis, lakhs of refugees. They are not Kashmiris. Kashmiris are only Muslims.
I was hoping that I'd be
This
able
is the
to-
majoritarianism.
Okay, please.
Of a person who asked one of his own MPs to apologize for saying Ganpati Bappa Boria. This is the majoritarianism. Let everything be out.
खत्म. बाय बाय, टाटा, गुड बाय, गया.
One, Pakistan can cry all it wants, but the fact is that Mirpur, Muzaffarabad, Gilgit and the entire area is an integral part of India. Two, know this as well, that it is legally ours. That it wasn't we who annexed it, but rather Pakistan with the help of mercenaries let loose by that scheming Jinnah. Three, moreover, it is a fact that on February 22nd, 1994, the Indian Parliament unanimously adopted the resolution that Pakistan must vacate the areas of the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir, which they have occupied through aggression. Four, keeping this in mind, why should anyone object to Indians wanting to know the climate in a part of India? Five, besides, we broadcast, and rightly so, the weather report of our wonderful state of Arunachal Pradesh and Tawang, even though China consider it as its territory. And so Pakistan should thank its stars that we aren't broadcasting the weather report of Lahore. But who?
खत्म. बाय बाय, टाटा, गुड बाय, गया.